Okay, perfect.
Okay, awesome. So I was talking to hold on one second, let me get pulled up what I want to share with you guys. So I was talking to Laurel about this thing that I did the other day for a side sister team, and I was like, man, it was so good. And I'm like, do you ever want me to do it for your team? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, awesome, okay. It is how to become a recruiting pro. Okay. Now here's the thing. I don't have all of the answers. I don't believe that there is like a certain set of answers. I believe that you just get a little better every single day with the habits that you create. And I do believe that there are key things that you can be doing in your business to grow. And so I want you to have open ears, open heart, open mind whenever I share this presentation with you. And just know that it doesn't matter if you're doing all of these things and you're giving yourself a pat on the back, freaking awesome. If you're not, don't beat yourself up. Think about like, okay, yeah, I can improve in this area. Yeah, I can improve in that area. I just really want you to know that this is like start where you're at type of call, and just giving you some of my best tips and tricks for how I have found success. Okay. So becoming a recruiting pro, I'm really excited that I made a PowerPoint too. Okay. So these are the 6 things we're gonna go over right now. And it's called it's called an agenda. I don't know. My brain's all over the place. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. So number 1, before and after. Number 2, a photo versus a graphic. Number 3, your energy matters. Number 4, a formula to close. 5, social proof. And 6, tap rooting. I also will send you guys a link to this to this presentation afterwards so you can have it if you want it. Okay, you may not, but just in case, so you can have it. So I just want to really talk and hone in on why it is so important to lead with before and afters. I want you to take inventory. I will tell you, I've taken massive inventory on myself these last few weeks of where's my transformation. And I'm not talking about like, are you getting skinnier? Are you getting those 8 abs instead of, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, what is it? Is it your stress level? Is it your hair growth? Is it your skin tone? Is it your weight loss? What health journey are you taking people on? It does not have to be weight loss. That is one of very, very many. Is it having more energy? And the reason why I really want to show this to you is like, hello, hi, look at these before and afters. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know who I was in some of these before pictures. Like this one right over here, pretty sure I tanned with tanning goggles. Like, oh my God. And this one over here, yes, actually, I wore that Christmas scarf to work that day. Okay. That was me in all my glory as a teacher. But I just think, like, damn, like those pictures say things that words never could. And we all can have those before and afters. And if you're not updating your before and afters, if you're not constantly like, going after a new after picture, I'm not telling you to chase perfection, because there is no level of perfection with your body. Okay. I don't want you to get obsessed with your body, but are you chasing a better, healthier version of you every single day? You can get smarter by reading. You can get less stressed by meditating. You can get stronger by lifting. Like, you can become a better version of you every single day. And are you truthfully on that journey? I will tell you that since April, I wasn't. I wasn't until about November. I let life punch me in the gut, and I was not in a good place. I had some great before and afters that I kept sharing from, the past, but it was recently when I'm like, where's my journey right now? Like, where is me going live on video right now? Where am I taking people right now? Not that these old pictures aren't impactful, but like, if I'm not still pursuing a better version of me, I'm doing a huge disservice to my following, because your before and after will be the best resource you ever have, the best tool you ever have. It'll be better than any sale the company launches, any bonuses out there. It'll be the best tool you ever have, to growing your business. So show your face. Okay. You don't have to be put together to show your face. People trust what you are personally using over what you're just sharing. Showing your face on camera will always be better than a graphic, even the most beautiful one. I don't really think I need to go into too much detail here, but you can always take a sale, a special, something you're excited about, a transformation, whatever it may be, and you can personalize it. People connect to you, not a graphic. Okay. Another thing, I really want to talk about this. Okay. Your energy matters. Your excitement. Do you sound excited or do you sound monotoned? Okay. Like when someone sounds monotoned, even when they're confident, people don't want to, that doesn't excite me. That doesn't move me. When people are like, hey, I drink this drink, it gives me great energy, like phenomenal energy. And it tastes so good. Like there's no excitement there. Okay. Like I've had Paul tell me before, like, can you teach some girls excitement? They're monotoned, and it's hard, but it's something that I'm willing to be like, look, you want your energy is contagious. You want to bust out of that monotone. Most people are monotone because they're nervous, okay? But happiness is contagious. Make sure you check your tone while you're sharing your products. Can someone feel your excitement? Excitement is, it's just contagious, okay? Confidence. How confident are you when you talk about what you are sharing? Do you sound convicted or do you sound unsure? Are you like, yeah, we're doing the 12 days of Christmas, I'm not really sure? Or are you like, we're doing the 12 days of Christmas, this is the best giveaway, you are going to freaking love it, you need to be in this group? And do you sound confident? Okay, your body language. A leader talks with their hands, period. If you don't yet, start doing it. I promise you, when you start talking with your hands, like it conveys a different level of message, a different level of confidence. Okay. Are you stiff and are you still? If you find yourself stiff and still, I challenge you, when you are talking on your stories, stand up, because it's very hard to be stiff and still when you're standing up and you're walking around and you're like, yeah, you're going to find your body language become a lot more looser, which is going to scream confidence whenever you're communicating with your audience. So I just encourage you to look at that, and can you improve in that area? I know for me, whenever I'm talking, like I'm usually like talking with my hands, playing with my hair, and I'm like, ugh, but I'm all over the place because I'm excited, and my body language, it speaks volumes. Okay. So what does your body language look like? What is your word choice, y'all? This may seem so silly, but it's so impactful. So how convicted are you in saying you need this? You will love this. This stuff works. It's the best, versus it's good. No, this is the best freaking drink. You are going to be lit AF. Like this is that mama juice you need. I'm drinking it. I'm drinking it Activate right now. I don't really know that that's a good choice, but I thought, why not? I'm drinking Activate right now. So I didn't want to take a capsule this late, but I don't know. So yeah, like get excited, you guys. Get excited. And don't be afraid to look at someone and be like, you need this. Like this is the shit. This is so good, versus like, yeah, let me know. One of the things that I watch this other leader say all the time, and she ended almost every single post with this: you need this. And I'm like, damn, she's right. Like, I know everyone needs Thrive, but she was confident enough. She ended every single one of her posts that way. So your word choice matters. Be brave enough to go on your story and be like, this stuff is good. It is the best. You need this. You're not putting anything else down, but you are coming across as excited, confident, convicted, and your word choice is just going to seal the deal for your message. Okay. So let's talk about the sale cycle. Okay. Talked about this a little bit this weekend, but the very first thing you need to do whenever you are looking to recruit either a customer or a business partner, whatever it is have you establish a need. How do you do that? I want you to envision right now that these are 4 different story slides up on like your Instagram story. Okay. So have you ever felt? Who struggles with? Have you ever dealt with? Who can relate to feeling? Those really shouldn't have a question mark. They should have a fill in the blank. Okay. So I want you to take a picture of this if you're not writing it down, because this right here, this formula will change your life. Okay. You're going on your story and you're saying something like, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Like, have you ever felt super nervous to fly? Have you ever felt after you eat a big meal? Have you ever felt like you go to bed, you get enough sleep, but you still wake up tired? Have you ever dealt with bloating? Have you ever, you're asking a question about a problem and asking, does someone else have it? Can someone else relate? You're not presenting a product, a solution, anything in this moment. You're not showing, balance and saying, this will help you with your bloat. You are literally getting someone's head to turn with this, going, oh, I have. I have. Okay. Have you ever struggled with hot flashes? Have you ever struggled with heavy periods? Like you can fill in the blank with anything that you want to present to your audience that day. Have you ever been stressed the F out around the holidays? Have you ever wondered, have you ever only felt, have you ever been afraid to walk away from the gas pump because you can only put $20 in there? Whatever, you can make this establishing a need fit any situation, okay? Then you establish a solution. So you were telling people, I used to struggle with fill in the blank, whatever it was that you talked about too, but I found da 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 helped me. I used to struggle with being terrified to fly too. And what I found was this black label that has mood support in it. And this other thing that I put under my tongue really helped me, and it helped take the edge off whenever I fly. I like, for me, I used to drink before I'd fly. I used to panic, and now I'm asleep before the plane even takes off. So you're telling a story. You're going, hey, anybody in here ever struggled with this? You're catching people's attention because they're going to be going, oh, I'm going to tune into this because I just made a connection with what this woman is going to say. Then you're going to tell a story. You guys, I used to struggle so bad with getting gas. Like, oh my God, I felt like I was filling my car up, not that kind of gas, Laurel, shut up. I feel filling that too, but that's a different story. I just want y'all to know that I'm a real MVP friend because Laurel accidentally farted at our retreat and she was so embarrassed. And so I looked at her and I was like, do you want me to fart too? And she's like, will you please? And so I ripped a big fart so she wouldn't be embarrassed anymore. So if you ever want to know how hard I ride or die for my friends, I will fart for you so you're not embarrassed, okay? But I digress. So you are literally just saying, like, I used to struggle with this too. I found this and this helped me. Okay. So you're telling that story. Give a little bit of background. Don't nerd out on people. Okay. They don't need to know every single ingredient. They don't need to know every single part of the comp plan, right? It could be, have you ever felt super stressed out during Christmas because you could be like this, your kid just brought you a Christmas list this long. Oh my God. I used to get so stressed out too. I didn't realize how expensive teenagers were going to be. And for 5 years, I haven't had to worry about Christmas because I found network marketing, something as simple as that. Then talking about like our bonuses in our first 14 days, you can earn a bonus that could have your Christmas completely taken care of in cash, right? So this is the sales funnel. 4, call to action. Vote below if you want to check out what I do and hear how you can do it. No pressure, no strings attached. I'll invite you to our next opportunity event, and you can make an educated decision for yourself, right? Or I don't know if you're talking about, let's say you are talking about gas, right? Do you ever get super bloated and gassy during that time of the month? I used to also. It was horrible. And I found balance. Balance really worked on my gut health. Didn't even know I needed help in that area. You could name one ingredient in balance. This ingredient in balance, I don't even know. I don't even know what's in balance. I just know it makes me freaking poop and feel better. Okay. And then you could tell them, right now I have, let's just say you don't even have credit. So you are thinking of like the difference in the auto ship versus retail price. You're like, I have this for $12 off. Don't quote me because I ain't got a clue how much it is. I'm not a green person. I don't have that committed to my memory, but I'd go look it up and see what is the retail versus the auto ship price. And I would say tonight, I can hook you up with this bottle with my link for $12 off, whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe you do have credits. Maybe credits are $25 loaded, there's so much you can do with this, but this is your sales cycle on your story. Okay. You don't have to memorize it, but I highly encourage you to refer to this. Okay. The next thing is social proof. You guys are really good at doing this, but how often are you using someone else's before and after, someone else's success story, a customer's review, a sampler's review? You guys, this is like the cherry on top. They have established a need. You have given them a solution. They're still not ready. Cool. I'm going to make sure if someone's been asking me and they're a teacher about how in the hell would a teacher do this, I'm too busy. Guess what I'm going to share? A teacher success story coming up. I don't know about using that. Is it white pants approved? Guess what? I'm going to go find some white pants approved customer reviews, put it on my story. So social proof is going to help validate and redirect anyone's objective connections, if you will. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is tap rooting, okay? Tap rooting is whenever you do not stop at just when you recruit somebody. Your job has just begun whenever you recruit somebody, okay? A new team member. Your goal is to see how many people that new team member can connect you to. So you're going to go to that new team member and you are going to be like, hey, who else do you know that would be interested in the customer side? We have $20 off coupons. Let's establish some needs with that. Hey, who do you know else that would want to do this for extra money? Get them plugged into the Catch the Fire, Results on Fire, and you are funneling in their networks. Tap rooting is literally going to someone and trying to get a hold of their network. You're not trying to take it from them, but you are trying to reach more people through that person, a customer that you already have. I know you are a potential customer. I know you are interested. Who else do you know that maybe is interested? Right now would be a perfect time. Hey, I know you've been interested. I want to get you plugged into our customer page because we're doing some amazing giveaways, and you can invite as many people as you want. Who else do you know? I'll help you get them a free account set up and help you get them entered into the drawing. You've just tap rooted that potential customer. A potential. Plug them into either page or an opportunity live. Have them connect you with other people that may be interested. Example, I know you have a lot more questions. I understand you might not be ready, but who else do you know that has that would like cash for the holidays? Like, I know you have a sister, or I know your cousin does hair, or help them start thinking of those people and get those people that they're thinking of plugged in to our stuff. Another example is downline. Notice a team member falls off. We will all experience that at one time or another. There's nothing we can do about this, but we can always reach down. And Laurel is a perfect example of this. And I don't mean that in a rude way where I was like, ooh, let me go figure out who I can get my hands on whenever her sponsor left. But the first thing I did when her sponsor left years ago was I was like, who needs my help over there? Who's up and moving and grooving? And I was like, Laurel. And Laurel was like, bitch, why are you messaging me? It was so funny because she was so like put off, like, wait, what? And she's like, how do you like know? And I was like, I can just tell, like, your team gets it. Y'all are here, you're plugged in. And I immediately scooped her up and put her under my wing because I knew that was my responsibility to take care of you guys in that capacity. And so and it's also important to make sure you're building relationships with your downline regardless, because we never know who's going to be here. I'm like, Ryan up and left. Okay, cool. I'm not mad. I'm sad. But the thing is, I already have such great rapport with everyone in her downline that it literally is like, love you. I wish you well, but we're not even a little bit bumped off track because I make it a point to always grow relationships within my downline, whether it be you noticing that someone in your downline enrolls a customer, whether it be you noticing someone in your downline hits their VIP that you didn't enroll. I make it my mission, it doesn't always happen, to get in those people's inboxes, tell them good job, build a relationship with them because they matter just as important as that person that I brought in. And in the rare instance that, somebody does walk away, the relationships are already there. The foundation is already so sturdy that you just keep putting one foot in front of the other and you just keep going. So, Laurel, that's honestly all I got. I know that was super quick. But those are the ways that I stay in recruitment mode. I stay in that forward focus mode. I always say in network marketing, which it's kind of, I don't know, maybe you girls understand, but from where you are, because a lot of you work like in farming and stuff, like, you're never safe. You're never done. Like, you can have a really good harvest, but like, you don't know what the next season is going to bring. You don't know if there's going to be a freeze. I'm like making up scenarios like I'm a fucking farmer right now, and I'm absolutely not. So if Scotty hears me and he's like, this bitch wishes, like, I don't really know all of the obstacles that y'all go through, but you just don't ever know. You're never good. Like, you're never safe. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but you're not ever safe. But you're also, if your heart is postured in the right place, you're also never done. You're also never finished. You're also never like, well, I got Laurel and she's a rock star, so I'm going to put my feet up. Like, Why? Because I have a calling on my life. I have a responsibility on my life to help that next person. And I've never done. That's why I do show up on my hard days. That's why I do show up during my hardest seasons. That's why you'll never see me stop, because I have an insane responsibility to keep going. I'm never safe, but I'm also never done. I'm never done changing that next life or offering this opportunity to that next person or these products to that mom or that college student or that fill in the blank that's just tired and exhausted that needs this. Like, I'm never done. And so when you have that kind of mentality, you'll never use words like rebuild. You'll never use words like loss. You'll never use those words. And it's not because that's not the reality. It's because you're always building. I'm not having to, it's kind of like if you stop every day and you fueled up a little bit in your car, you're never going to be on empty. I mean, I know that's really a shitty example because I don't know anyone that just does that, but like, just say you did, okay? You're never running on empty, okay? Like, that's how your heart should be postured in this business. We're not waiting for shit to go to empty before we start changing lives and offering up what we have, because why? That would come from a very selfish place. And from a selfless place, you're getting up and you're serving up others on your best day, on your worst day, and on all of the days in between. It'll look different, right? When you're high on life, it's going to look different than when you're going through a hard time, but you're committed to showing up and growing every single day, regardless of those obstacles. You're always in recruitment mode, then you're never in that. I hate the word rebuilding. I hate that word. Why? Because I'm always building. I'm not trying to rebuild. Rebuild to me is such a, it's just like someone like, I think when I hear the word rebuild, I think of like the little freaking Three Little Pigs and the wolf that blew your house down. And now you've got to go rebuild it, right? Like that's literally the image that comes through my mind. And I'm like, no, like I'm just always building. And like, yeah, we might lose a level here, or like, yeah, this may crumble, but I'm already building. I'm already on to the next and strengthening it and helping that next person and meeting that next person. And so I'm never in this like panic mode or this like desperate mode or this lack mode or this resentment mode, because I never got out of that service mode. Even when it didn't look the best, or even when I'm going through a hardship, I still try to have my hands out to serve. So Laurel, I don't know. I could talk all night.
No, you're good. You're good. Get some water. If any of you guys have questions, please drop them in the chat. Like this is the time to ask Kourtney literally any question, like unfiltered questions. While we're waiting on some people to drop some questions in the chat, I have some. Thinking of like if I was a first time person or I'm a little bit newer here, just asking these kinds of questions, like trying to figure out the. So, how do you know like it's not like you want to wait for like the perfect time, like there is no such thing as like perfect time to like start this business, execute something, but like it seems like the longer that we're in this business, we start to figure out cycles, that there's like peaks and there's valleys. How do you know when to go into maintenance mode, when it's time to like bust it out versus when it's time to rest?
So if you're ever sitting there and you're like, what's my team doing? Or if you ever are looking back at or down at your team, like this is me. If I ever go to my team and think like, what's going on, I know that I'm in the wrong mode, because I am in what I always say, you're either in production mode or like management mode. And management mode meaning I've brought in a lot of people that I'm getting off the ground, right? So if I'm turning to my team and going, what's going on, that then I immediately know I'm going into the bad management mode, because I'm trying to manage, not mold. Okay. So when I know, the way you know you're in management mode is your phone's blowing up with questions every day. If you're sitting there going, if there's any downtime, if there's any, oh, I wonder, like, oh, damn, this person's business is behind, or you've got to go into production mode, and you immediately have to tell yourself, nothing I can do about it. I've got to go help new people. That's how I know. That's the lull, the kind of like, okay, things are quiet, lets me know I cannot go look at my team. I immediately have to go look at my potentials. Because when I am in management mode, if you will, I don't even like that word. I need to think of a new word. Production versus, I don't know the other word I used to use. When I'm in that mode, it is because I can't keep up. It is because my phone is blowing up. People need me in a three-way chat. People need me in a Zoom. So if that's not happening and I'm starting to wonder what's going on, it lets me know I need to go create movement. That's how I know to shift gears. So if I'm ever kind of like, oh, Susie's volume is down, man, I need to get her team on. No, no, nope, stop. You need to go get in production mode because Susie needs to be blowing your phone up. I had a girl come in, do $25,000 in sales in June, and she completely quit in July. Okay, I had to go enroll more people. That's it. Like, I had to go enroll more people. There was nothing to manage. When you go into that mode of like, oh, what's going on? Or like, can I get on a one-on-one with you? Or no, you've got to go get the next person who's hungry. They're not hungry. And it's not that they suck, but you've got to check yourself and go, I should be spending time with the people that are blowing my phone up. And if that's not happening, then your number one job is to go, I got to switch gears really quick and I've got to go recruit. That's how I know. When I'm feeling ick, it's because I'm looking at what's not happening and I gotta only control what I can control, and that's putting someone new in the computer.
That abundance mindset too. You just alluded into that. It's having that abundance mindset. And Kourtney really taught me that too. Not looking at the lack, but you're looking at what's yet to come. That's been such a big lesson that I've learned from Kourtney that I just want to reiterate here real quick. Does anybody else have questions before I just like keep going? I could ask Kourtney all day. Like I seriously could ask her questions all day long. I am the person that blows her phone up. Hi, it's me. So my next question, if you want to share this with the team, I know you've had so many ups and downs throughout your 6 years in this business. Which one you want to share, I'm gonna leave that up to you, but I want my team to understand like there is peaks and valleys in this business, and whenever we go through such a low time, like that next high time is right around the corner.
So there was a time in this business where my upline left and took the majority of my team with me, and that was in 2018. And I went from a $750,000 team to an $80,000 team. And then a rank repeat bonus dropped, and I was the first one to get in the company, and I earned $400,000. So fuck him. And that's my mentality. Is I know when something bad happens, something good is right around the corner, and I know it may sound really effed up, but I sit and fucking laugh because it usually my low times come from, I'm just being honest, somebody leaving that I loved and cared about, and it hurts, and it hurts my team, and then I'm like, bet, like who, I don't know, and maybe that's like mean of me, but that's kind of my mindset, is like I wait for that thing to come back, that to come around, that kind of like tickles me. And it's like last year I remember a couple of my friends went to Q Sciences, and then literally days later all of those rank bonuses dropped, and I was like like I think like how shitty it would feel to be them, and I'm like, I don't know, like I get, it gets easier every time something like that happens, because I've been here long enough to know that there's always a lull, there's always a low, and there's always a high, and I will be damned if I'm sitting in regret when one of those highs drops and I'm out of the game. I can't imagine. I think that I would have to go check myself in somewhere if that happened to me, because I would be so physically ill on what I was missing out on and able to like help my team with. Like that would make me sick. And so my thing is, I always view it like, imagine like your next rock star is like your cousin that you're playing hide and go seek with, and they're hiding and they're somewhere and you're going to find them. You just don't know where. And right when you least expect it, they're going to jump out and be like, huh, and you're going to find them. That's how I feel about recruiting. That's how I feel about the company dropping promos, creating new products, all of those things. Anytime I feel a little unsure in my business, it's like the calm before the storm. And it truthfully is. I've been here for 6.5 years, and every time it gets calm, some bomb is dropped that's amazing. And I just hang on to that feeling because I've never looked back and thought, damn, I should have left when I could have. I always look back and think, wow, I'm just being honest. I think like, I bet they fucking hate their self right now because I'm like, damn, like we're so blessed here. And it's not to talk shit or put anyone else down, but I've been through a lot. My team's been raided multiple times, and I'm like, but we're still standing and we're still here. And I don't know anyone that's left and is somewhere else, and I don't wish them ill, but that's still there or successful or even in this industry, because just nothing compares to Thrive. And so through my 6.5 years, I've lost a lot, but I never lost myself and I never lost my business ever.
Amen. Does anybody else have questions? You can unmute yourself if you want to. But if not, those are all the questions that I have, Kourtney. Okay. I'm gonna take that as a no. I don't hear anybody. So Kourtney, again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, just hopping on and again, just swooping up our team in a time of need, especially with everything else that you have on your plate. It really means a lot to us. So thank you again. I really appreciate it and love you so much. Thank you.
Love you. Love you. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on. And I will see you guys in just a little bit on our next meeting. And let's go like slay December. And I don't mean like slay like Santa on a sleigh. I mean, I just think of it like with a sword, like slay a dragon. Like that's what I envision. So let's just keep going and growing. And I'm proud of y'all and I'm thankful for you. So I love you guys. Have a good Monday night. I'll see y'all in just a little bit.
Thanks, Court. Bye.
Bye.
Your hair lip.